PFAS are man-made compounds that are often added to cosmetics, to actually help them stay put. So you can find them in things like mascara, long-wear lipstick.
And that is exactly the trap. When eyes are already more prone to dryness, lashes are thinner, and the skin around the lids is more sensitive. Longer-lasting mascara is not always better. In the next few minutes, we will call out 5 very familiar mascara brands that may no longer be kind to eyes after 50. Waterproof sounds like a guarantee. 36-hour volume sounds like a bargain. Fiber lashes sound like a smarter lash extension effect. But all of those promises sit in one very sensitive place right at the lash line, right next to the eye on the thinnest skin of the face. A mascara worth buying is not the one that lasts the longest or looks the blackest. It should make your eyes look brighter without leaving them red, irritated, or forcing you to scrub your lids every night. And in the end, there will be 2 choices worth considering for anyone who still wants defined lashes, but with a gentler feel. Number 1, BADgal Bang Volumizing Mascara. Do you really need a mascara that tries to cling to your eyes longer than a long-haul flight? I ask because BADgal Bang did not enter the market like a modest mascara. It went straight for a very familiar desire among shoppers. Lashes should look darker, longer, more defined, and ideally should not smudge no matter how long your day gets. Benefit describes this product as a volumizing, lengthening, smudge-proof, buildable mascara with a 36-hour promise for fuller-looking lashes. It sounds very convenient. It sounds like a small bargain in your makeup bag. But for eyes after 50, the phrase long-lasting is not always a compliment. 36 hours is a very big number for something sitting right at the lash line. Mascara does not sit on your cheeks like powder. It does not sit on your lips like lipstick. It sits right next to your eyes, right on the thinnest skin on the face. And when your eyes are already more prone to dryness, your lashes are easier to weaken, and your lids are more sensitive the more stubborn. A formula is the more exhausting your evening can become. Imagine a very ordinary day. You apply mascara in the morning, you go to work, you go eat. You stop by the store, you get home late, you just want to wipe your face quickly and rest. But the mascara is still clinging close to the lash line. One swipe with a cotton pad still turns gray. A second swipe still leaves a faint black streak. Your lashes feel a little sticky, your lids feel heavy, and your eyes feel slightly gritty, like a tiny layer of dust still refuses to leave. That is when mascara is no longer just about whether it looks pretty or not. It creates real behavior, wiping harder, rubbing longer, pulling the skin under the eyes more. Each motion only takes a few seconds, but if it is repeated every day, the eyes are the first place to pay the price. The eyes look redder. The skin around the lids gets drier. Lashes fall out more easily. And the next morning you look in the mirror and think you simply did not sleep enough. The FDA also reminds users to be careful with eye cosmetics. Dried out mascara should be thrown away. You should not add water or saliva to soften it again, and manufacturers often recommend replacing mascara after about 2 to 4 months, because each use can introduce bacteria or fungi into the product. If you still like BADgal Bang, do not turn it into your default mascara every morning. Save it for days when you need a stronger effect, and that night use a remover made specifically for eyes and press the cotton pad onto your lashes for a few seconds before wiping. Do not scrub sideways like you're trying to remove a stubborn stain from a tabletop. A mascara can look very pretty when you first apply it, but if every night it leaves you with red eyes and a few lashes on the cotton pad, then it is no longer something worth using every day. Number 2, Younique Moodstruck 3D Fiber Lashes. Imagine trying to make your lashes longer with tiny little fibers, and then a few of those fibers are no longer sitting on your lashes. That is what always makes me cautious with fiber mascara, especially Younique Moodstruck 3D Fiber Lashes. The idea sounds very appealing. No salon, no false lashes, just brush on a layer of gel, add fibers, then lock it in with another coat of mascara. On camera, the effect can look impressive. Lashes look longer, eyes look more open. Someone watching a beauty review sees it and wants to try it right away. But eyes are not an Instagram filter. For women, after 50, lashes are often already thinner eyes, are more prone to dryness, and the reflex to rub the eyes happens more often when something feels gritty. Fiber mascara relies on tiny fibers sticking to the lashes to create a longer, thicker effect. When everything stays in place, it can look beautiful. But once just a few fibers fall down, the story shifts very quickly from "my lashes look longer" to "why does my eye feel like there is dust inside?" This is not just online complaining. A case report in JAMA Ophthalmology once described a woman in her 40s who used Younique's Moodstruck 3D Fiber Lashes Plus, then developed redness, irritation, and pain in her right eye. During the exam, doctors found many small fibers on the conjunctiva, and at least 6 fibers were in the subconjunctival space. An article on CRS Today also revisited this case and warned about nylon fibers in lash-extending mascara. Let me be clear, not everyone who uses fiber mascara will have something like that happen. But if you already have dry eye, sensitive eyes, or wear contact lenses, this is the kind of risk that is not worth taking every morning just to make your lashes look a little longer. The moment you realize something is wrong usually feels very ordinary. At the start of the day, it looks pretty. A few hours later, there are tiny black specks under your eyes like pepper dust. When you blink, something feels scratchy. You rub lightly with your finger, and then your eye gets even redder. At that point, mascara is no longer a beauty product. It becomes a foreign object bothering an area of the body that is already extremely sensitive. If you want a lengthening effect, consider tubing mascara instead of fiber. It creates little tube-like coatings around the lashes, is often easier to remove, and does not rely on loose fibers that can fly into the eyes. A few extra millimeters of lash length are not worth spending the whole afternoon feeling like there is sand under your eyelid. But the next name does not need loose fibers falling into your eyes to make you uncomfortable. It tires the eyes in a different way, coating the lashes with a thick, black, heavy layer that sometimes makes eyes after 50 look smaller instead of younger. Number 3. Too Faced Better Than Sex Waterproof Mascara. Too Faced Better Than Sex Waterproof Mascara is the kind of product that knows exactly what it is selling. Not softness, not a natural look. It sells drama. The name is already loud enough, and the advertising goes straight in that direction too. Waterproof, making lashes look thicker, longer, more lifted, creating bold and dramatic lashes. Too Faced also emphasizes high-performance water-resistant polymers, porcelain flower extract, omega oil, and peptides for a deeper black color. It sounds like a tiny stage inside a mascara tube. I understand the appeal. When lashes start getting thinner and the eyes no longer look as sharp as before, who would not want something that makes the face look more awake after just a few strokes? But this is where many women easily buy the wrong thing. Dramatic does not automatically mean younger. For mature eyes, mascara that is too intense can pull the gaze downward. Lashes get coated too heavily, clumped together, the tips become stiff, and the upper lids look heavier. Instead of opening the eyes, it makes the eyes look like they are straining to hold up that makeup. Especially when you add a second coat, then a third coat, because you think just a little more will probably look better. This situation is very familiar. You are getting ready for a family party and want your eyes to stand out more in photos. When you first apply it, yes, it looks impressive, but a few hours later, the lashes no longer look separated. They look a little stiff, a little shiny, almost like they have been covered with a layer of black wax. The outer corners of the eyes may look darker. The under eye area looks more tired. And when it is time to remove it, the dramatic mascara starts asking you to pay the price. The body reacts in a very real way. Weak lashes can be pulled, the skin around the eyes gets rubbed more. If waterproof residue remains at the lash line, the eyes can feel gritty dry or make you rub them without realizing it. That is no longer just overblown marketing. That is a formula that is too heavy, sitting right next to a very delicate area of the body. I am not saying you have to throw it away immediately if you are using it and it still works for you. But do not use it as your every morning mascara. Save it for evenings when you need more noticeable makeup. Apply only one thin coat, focusing from the middle of the lashes to the outer corners, and avoid packing too much product close to the lash line. And if your eyes are already small, your lids are slightly hooded, or your lashes are thin. Sometimes a brown-black shade or a lightly defining mascara will make you look more awake than a black that is too harsh. A mascara can make the eyes stand out, but if it makes your gaze feel heavier, then that drama is taking away the very thing you need, most softness around the eyes. Number 4. L'Oreal Voluminous Lash Paradise Waterproof Mascara. A name like Lash Paradise sounds like a vacation for your lashes. Soft, comfortable, almost with a little hint of care. And that gentle feeling is exactly what makes me want to pause for a moment. On the drugstore shelf, Lash Paradise looks like a very safe choice. A major brand, a comfortable price, a pretty name, and words like floral oil clump, resistant smudge, resistant, long-wearing, and suitable for sensitive eyes. L'Oreal also says this formula gives lashes instant volume and length with a conditioned and supple feel to the touch. It sounds like a mascara that knows how to care for your lashes. But do not forget, this is still the waterproof version, and waterproof around eyes after 50 should not be used in the "it seems convenient," so I'll use it everyday way. Put it into a very ordinary morning. You apply mascara before leaving the house, go to work, go grocery shopping, stop by your child's house, or sit for a few hours in an air-conditioned room. At first, your lashes really do look thicker. Your eyes seem more awake. The first coat still feels fairly soft, but by afternoon, your eyes start to feel drier. The tips of your lashes stiffen a little, and the area close to the lash line no longer feels as comfortable as when you first stepped out of the bathroom. This is the kind of mascara that does not cause panic right away. It does not drop fibers into your eyes like fiber mascara. It also does not shout with over-the-top drama. It makes people let their guard down because everything sounds so gentle. But when you have to remove that waterproof layer at the end of the day, the body tells the truth. The eyelids feel tired. The skin around the eyes stings slightly. The cotton pad is already black, but the lash line still has a faint dark shadow. If you wipe more, the under eye area turns red. If you do not wipe enough the next morning, your eyes feel heavy as if they have not fully rested. The most uncomfortable feeling here is the slight trick of the texture. When you first apply it, the lashes seem soft. But a few hours later, it feels like a thin, waxy coat wrapped around each lash. It does not hurt right away, but it is uncomfortable enough to make you keep wanting to blink, rub your eyes, or wipe harder when you get home. I do not hate Lash Paradise, but the waterproof version should not be the default mascara for regular days just because it sounds softer than other types. If you like its effect, consider the washable version for ordinary days. Save waterproof for weddings, rainy weather, or days when you truly need mascara that holds more firmly. And when removing it, do not pull sideways across the eyelids. Press remover onto the lashes for a few seconds, let the formula soften, then wipe downward in the direction of the lashes. A mascara can be called Paradise on the box, but if at the end of the day it makes you look in the mirror for the third time just to check whether your lash line is clean, yet then eyes after 50 deserve something gentler. Number 5, Maybelline Great Lash Waterproof Mascara. There are some items in American drugstores that have been around so long, people no longer buy them with logic. They buy them with memory. Maybelline Great Lash is a name like that. The pink tube, the green cap sitting on drugstore shelves across so many generations, many women used it when they were young during school years. First jobs, dating office days, weekends. It is so familiar that just seeing it makes your hand want to pick it up like finding something old in your mother's makeup drawer. But here I am, not talking about memory. I am talking about the waterproof version. According to the official site, Maybelline Great Lash Waterproof Mascara has an ingredient list that begins with petroleum distillates, followed by ingredients that create hold and thickness, such as carnauba wax, polyethylene, synthetic beeswax, and beeswax. I am not mentioning those names to make this section sound more scientific. I mention them because they match a very real user experience. This waterproof version is made to cling more tightly, resist running longer, and not leave the lashes as easily as the regular version. At 25, that may simply feel convenient. Wipe a little harder and it is fine. Your eyes look red for a few minutes, then it passes. But after 50, everything around the eyes changes. Lashes get thinner. Eyelid skin gets thinner. Eyes become more prone to dryness. And a mascara that once seemed normal can start making your evenings much more annoying. I can clearly picture this scene. A woman buys Great Lash Waterproof again because it is cheap, easy to find, and so familiar. In the morning, she applies a few strokes before going grocery shopping, going to work, meeting a friend, or stopping by her child's house. By evening, she wipes her face quickly out of old habit. But the cotton pad is already black and her lashes are still stiff. Close to the lash line, there is still a faint shadow. Wipe more, and the under eye area turns red. Stop wiping, and the next morning her eyes feel a little heavy, as if A layer of something still refuses to disappear. That is a real effect on the body, not a packaging issue. A mascara that is hard to remove can lead to more rubbing on the lids, make the skin around the eyes feel drier and more irritated, and make weaker lashes fall out more easily. The FDA also reminds users to throw away dried out mascara and not add water or saliva to soften it again, because doing so can introduce bacteria into the product. The FDA also says some industry experts recommend replacing mascara after about 3 months because eye area cosmetics have a higher risk of bacterial contamination due to repeated contact during use. If Great Lash was your familiar mascara for many years, that is very easy to understand. Some products are tied to an entire season of life, but let the waterproof version step down from the role of everyday mascara. Use the washable version if you only need it for a normal day out. Replace mascara on schedule, and if it is dried out, do not try to rescue it like an old pen. And that is also where I want to move to 2 names worth considering, more mascaras that can help lashes look more defined without turning your eyes into the place that has to pay the price every night. Sounds worth getting curious about, doesn't it? Number 1, Thrive Causemetics Liquid Lash Extensions Tubing Mascara. And the first answer does not come from a mascara trying to resist water like a raincoat, nor from the kind of fiber formula that sprinkles tiny fibers onto the lashes. Thrive Causemetics Liquid Lash Extensions Tubing Mascara deserves to be put on the table because it goes in a different direction, making lashes look longer and more defined with tubing technology. I like this direction for women after 50 because it does not force the eyes to choose between 2 exhausting extremes. Either lashes look too faint, or the lashes have to endure a thick, stiff layer of mascara that will not come off at night. Thrive describes this product as a tubing mascara that creates a lash extensions effect with no clumping, no flaking, and no smudging. Put more simply, it tries to do what many people truly need: help lashes look longer without turning the under-eye area into black dust after a few hours. The point worth noting is that tubing mascara does not work like traditional mascara. It creates a thin tube-like layer around each lash. When removed the right way, that layer usually slides off more gently instead of smearing black all over the lids or forcing you to rub again and again. Allure also explains that tubing mascara uses polymers to create tubes around the lashes and is often easy to remove with warm water and gentle pressure, while waterproof mascara can push users into rubbing harder during removal. Put it into a very real situation. Your lashes are thinner than before, and you want your eyes to look more defined in family photos at lunch with friends, or simply want your face to look more awake when you go out. You do not need a stage effect. You need lashes that look more separated, longer, and cleaner. With Thrive. The easy cue to notice is that lashes look extended without feeling heavy like they are coated in wax. At the end of the day, if it works for your eyes, it should not leave the lash line feeling stiff and sticky, or make the cotton pad keep turning gray no matter how long you wipe. I would not call it perfect for everyone. No mascara is. If your eyes are extremely sensitive, you should still try it slowly and remove it gently the right way. But compared with fiber formulas that can feel gritty or waterproof, formulas that cling too stubbornly, Thrive is a more worthwhile option to consider for anyone who wants defined lashes while still keeping the eyes comfortable. For lashes after 50, the most beautiful look is not the fakest one. It is when your real lashes look longer, your eyes look brighter, and at night, you do not have to stand in front of the mirror like you are peeling glue off your eyelids. Number 2, Clinique Lash Power Mascara Long Wearing Formula. If Thrive is the choice for someone who wants noticeably longer lashes, then Clinique Lash Power takes a calmer approach. It does not try to turn the eyes into a stage. It only does one very valuable thing for women after 50, helps lashes look neat, clean, and more defined, then lets you end the day without wrestling in front of the mirror. I like this kind of mascara because it does not sell an over-the-top wow feeling. Clinique calls Lash Power a tubing mascara that helps lengthen lashes, can last for 24 hours, resists smudging, flaking, is ophthalmologist tested safe for sensitive eyes, and contact lens wearers allergy tested and 100% fragrance free. For someone who often has dry eyes, red eyes, or cannot tolerate fragrance in cosmetics, those details are worth paying more attention to than a promise of lashes as thick as false lashes. The nice thing about Lash Power is its practicality. It is not the mascara you reach for when you want the whole room to turn and look at your lashes. It fits better into a normal morning, going to work, going to church, meeting a friend for lunch, stopping by the supermarket, or simply wanting your face to look less tired when you leave the house. You brush it on your lashes, are separated a little longer, and your eyeline is a little clearer. No need for 3 coats. No need to force thin lashes into a thick black fence. And that is what I think many older women truly need. You do not always have to win with intensity. Sometimes winning means not seeing black dust under your eyes in the afternoon, not feeling like your lids are heavy as if you have just cried, and not having to wipe again and again until the skin under your eyes turns red. Clinique also explains that Lash Power resists flaking and smudging while working like a mascara that forms a layer around the lashes to help keep them neater during the day. The easy cue to notice is the clean feeling. Lashes should not stick together in large clumps. The outer corners of the eyes should not have tiny black specks like ground pepper. When removing it, you should not feel like you are prying mascara off the lash line. If a mascara makes you forget it is there in a good way, then it has done its job. Of course, Clinique Lash Power is not magic. Anyone with extremely sensitive eyes should still try it slowly. But if you want a mascara you can use regularly with less fragrance, less drama, and a better fit for eyes that irritate easily, this is a much more worthwhile option to consider than heavy-handed waterproof mascaras. Mature eyes do not always need to be made more intense. Many times they only need to look cleaner, lighter, and defined enough for the face to look awake, and that is already beautiful. So after all, that choosing mascara for women after 50 should not begin with the question, which one makes lashes the thickest? It should begin with a more practical question, which one still leaves my eyes comfortable after a long day? The principle should be simpler. A mascara worth buying is one you can use regularly, remove gently, that does not flake, does not make your eyes feel gritty, and does not force you to scrub the thin skin around your lids every night. If your eyes are often dry, red, itchy, watery, or feel heavy when you wake up after using mascara, do not rush to blame it all on age. Look again at the mascara in your makeup bag. Sometimes, the thing making your eyes look more tired is not time, but a layer of mascara that is too stubborn, too heavy, and too hard to leave. If you want more videos that break down beauty products in a practical way with no disguised advertising and no over-the-top fear-mongering, subscribe to the channel. And comment below which mascara has ever made your eyes feel the most uncomfortable.